Hi guys, my name is Charlie, a Charlie book fanatic, and today I'm going to do my book review for Beside Myself by Anne Morgan. This book is about Ellie and Helen, who are identical twins and they swap places when they are 6 years old. At first it's just a game, but soon Helen doesn't like this game anymore and she wants to swap back, but Ellie doesn't want to. And their mother doesn't see the difference between them and sees Helen as Ellie and Ellie as Helen. And it's actually the story of Helen's life and how it spirals out of control through their swapped places, in a way. Like, they swap places and Helen is totally fucked up, to say, because of this. This book is a literary thriller and also kind of a mystery book. This book already came out on January 12th and I'm just reviewing it now, but I read it back in December already. I'm also going to put a huge disclaimer on this book for rape, suicide, death, mental illness, and basically everything you can think about. So let's first talk about the plot. In this book there are two timelines and they're all about Helen. They're following Helen as Ellie. They're following Helen from the age of 6 until she's a young adult, actually. So they start when she's 6 in one timeline and she's getting older in that timeline, and the other timeline she is a young adult already. So you get that this book feels like living a whole life because you follow Helen from when she's a little girl until she's a young adult, and because of that it was never actually boring. The story was always moving along and it always felt like something was happening. I honestly didn't see where the story would lead at first. I was a bit confused and I didn't know what the author would do with this story, but all of the plot points in this book actually led somewhere. And eventually the ending of this book was really satisfying. The main character was really likable. I really liked Helen, and opinions may differ on this one, I'm going to be honest. But I really liked Helen as a character and I really liked following her because she was extremely different for a main character. She wasn't exactly a good person, but she wasn't a bad person as well. But I could always see her motivations and why she was the way she was. Well, I'm going to be honest, none of the other characters in this book were likable to me. I hated all of them. They were all really bad, not really bad people, but they didn't have likable personalities, and that just didn't make them likable to me because they were all so mean to Helen. They all were, like, and everyone had motivations, which is good, but those weren't good motivations. And Helen and Ellie's mother bothered me most of all. Like, I couldn't stand her. She was, oh my god, like, the mystery aspect is all about her, but how can you not see how can you not distinguish your own children? Like, you can see that. When they're age 6, you can see the difference between your own kids, girl. But that mystery aspect was eventually cleared up, I'm going to say that, but I was like that in the first part of the book, like, how do you not see it? Why did you fuck up your girl's life, your daughter's life like that? I mean, what? World building isn't really an aspect in this because it's obviously a contemporary novel, but the book takes place in different places like Manchester and Amsterdam, so Helen is in all these different places throughout her life, and Amsterdam was described quite a lot of, so I wanted to include that in the world building, but I have to say it was described quite stereotypically, like coffee shops everywhere, and I can tell you, in Amsterdam maybe there are lots of coffee shops everywhere, but that's not like that in the whole of the Netherlands. Just saying. Just saying. I can see the writer did some research on Amsterdam because it wasn't all about coffee shops, obviously, but she did describe. I think she went there because of the way she described it. Yeah, she described it quite well, actually. I'm going to be honest. I think she also named some shops that actually existed, not coffee shops, but other shops, and the gallery where Helen eventually worked. So, what was the gallery? I think the gallery was in Amsterdam. But anyway, she described it quite well, but sometimes quite stereotypically, which I don't enjoy because I'm from the Netherlands and I know that it's not the way it is. The writing style was the writing was gorgeous. It was so gorgeous, honestly. It's one of the most beautiful writing styles I've ever read. And there is a quote in this that I will always remember, not from the top of my head, but there was a quote in this. I also say it in one of my earlier videos, but I can't remember like this and I don't have it with me. But so good. Amazing writing style. So good. This book was written in the third perspective in both timelines, but it's switched to second perspective in one timeline. So I honestly don't know if they did that throughout the whole book, but I think it switched because suddenly they started to Helen started to address you as a person. So in one timeline she started talking to you, and the way she did this made the story more enjoyable overall. So the beautiful writing style and really added to the story, and the second perspective as well. It was really original. Overall, I liked this book. It was a good book and it had a good plot as well. I enjoyed the plot. It was quite original. These identical twins who get switched up. I've never read anything like this. Were mostly unlikable characters, which I don't really have a problem with, but in a book where it's mostly about the characters, yeah, not everyone is a bad person. Not everyone is shitty, you know? You don't have to describe everyone as being shitty. Stereotypical world building, which I also don't enjoy. Like, you can describe a lot, but please don't make the Netherlands or any place like just don't make the Netherlands look like a place where everyone is sitting in coffee shops and smoking weed. I mean, come on, that is not what the Netherlands is all about. And we don't eat cheese all the time as well. A beautiful writing style, which really adds to the plot and also upped my rating. So for an overall rating, it comes down to 3 out of 5 stars because of the stereotypical world building and the mostly unlikable characters, but the writing style was really good and the plot was good and the ending was satisfying. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. So this is my review for Beside Myself. Thank you for watching this review. I kept it completely spoiler free, which I think is quite good for me because I tend to spoil anything because I'm not good at that. But anyway, thank you for watching, and let me know down below if you've read this book, if you want to read this book, and what you think of my review. So again, thank you for watching. Goodbye.